Hare Krishna. Hello my Indian people, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. This is Ritendra Rathod and I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And today I came with a special lecture. Today I would like to compare Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib for the Hindu-Sikh unity. Because I have also seen the so many cases about the conflict in between the two community. That's why I am trying to strengthen the unity on basis of the religious book. That's why I am trying to conduct a lecture on basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. And today I would like to make all of you know about the similarity in between the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. So let's start. Before start my lecture, I would like to introduce about Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. I am also having Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well as Guru Granth Sahib. First introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is from A.C. Bhaktivedanta from ISKCON temple and written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahaprabhu. And this is a book of humanity rather than religions. And I am trying to spread a humanity on basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That's why I am trying to conduct a lecture on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And Guru Granth Sahib is also a book of humanity rather than religion. And Guru Granth Sahib came from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Both are associated with each other. So, the source of the Guru Granth Sahib was Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And most of verses were taken from Srimad Bhagavad Gita of Guru Granth Sahib. And that's why it is very easy to compare both books. And it is very easy to make people understand about Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. There is a similarity in between these both book. So let's start. And before I would also like to introduce about the Guru Granth Sahib. This is a Guru Granth Sahib from the Gurudwara. I got this Guru Granth Sahib from Gurudwara. Actually, people are putting this Guru Granth Sahib on their head because of their respect. But I would like to treat Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib both equally, because both books related to humanity rather than religions. Because I strongly believe that there is no any other religion which one is rather greater than humanity. So I am trying to spread the humanity on these both books. So let's start. Actually, I made my own note on Srimad Bhagavad Gita because it is very easy to make people understand, and that's why I made my own notes. So let's start. Similarity between Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. Sikh Guru Nanak Dev Ji recited as एक ओमकार सतनाम, एक ओमकार सतनाम, कर्ता पुरख निर्बाहु निर्वे, अकाल मूरत अजुनी सबान, अजान means अकाल मूरत अजुनी सबान, Guru Prasad. The meaning of this slok or verse is, there is a one God, ek omkar, there is a one God. Absolute truth is He. Absolute truth is He. Means Karta Purakha Nirbahu or Nirveya. He is the person who is the doer of everything. He is beyond the fear and animosity. And the Supreme Personality of the Godhead is beyond the fear and animosity. And this is means similar things. Actually, further elaborated by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He is the eternal beings. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead is He is the eternal beings. He is beyond all species. All species that is not subject to truth, subject to birth and death. He is realized by the grace of the Guru and by the process of the chanting. Supreme Personality of the Godhead is realized by Guru or spiritual master, and also by the process of the chanting or jap. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, all created beings have their source in their in their nature, in their true nature. Of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world. There is a two kind of nature. Each and every created beings are source. There is a material nature and there is also spiritual nature. And know for the certain that I am the both origin and also dissolution. Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of the Godhead, said, I am the origin as well as a dissolution. Lord Krishna further said, "O conqueror of the wealth, there is a no truth superior to me." Lord Krishna here said, "There is a no truth which is superior to me. Everything rests upon me, and as a pulse are strung on the thread." And Lord Krishna further said, "O son of Kunti, I am the taste of the water." Lord Krishna here said, "I am the taste of the water and the light of the sun and the moon, light of the sun and the moon, and the syllable of Om in the Vedic mantras, and I am the sound in the ether and the ability in the man. I am sound in the ether and the ability of the man." And Lord Krishna further said in verse number 9 of the chapter number 7 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, "I am the origin fragrance of the earth." Lord Krishna here said, "I am the original fragrance of this earth. I am the heat and fire, heat in fire. I am the heat in fire." Lord Krishna said, "I am the life of the all that lives, all of that means I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penance of the all ascetics." This is the first similarity. There is a similarity in between Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib, and there is another similarity. That is the second similarity. Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji declared, "Ek Krishna Sarab Deva, Ek Krishna Sarab Deva, Deva Devta Atma, Deva Devta Atma, Atma is Sri Vasava Devasya, Jai Kavi Janas Beva, Jai Kavi Janas Beva, Nanak Tako Das है सी ए निरंजन देव, नानक ताको दास है सी निरंजन देव." The meaning or purport of this verse is, there is no one like a Krishna. Krishna is rest in all our demigods. Krishna is rest all our demigods. Means there is no one like a Krishna. Rest all our demigods, devtas, and he is the master of the demigods, and he is the supreme personality of the Godhead. That is the Lord Krishna. It is said in Guru Granth Sahib, Nanak is the servant of that controller, and here Guru Nanak said that I am myself as a servant of that controller, means Lord Krishna. In a Brahma Samhita, actually I have also read a Brahma Samhita, and that's why I have recited the sloka or verses of the Brahma Samhita. In Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma said, "Isvara Paramaha Krishna, Isvara Paramaha Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Adhira Govinda, Sarva Karanam." Means Krishna is the supreme controller. He is the eternal, blissful and full of knowledge. He is the origin of all, and he is no origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. Supreme personality of the Godhead Sri Krishna is the prime causes of the all causes. Prime cause of all causes. In the third similarity, means I have completed the second similarity. Also third similarity I would like to make all of you know. In Srimad Bhagavatam, part number 12, chapter number 3 and verse number 51, Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of the Godhead, said, "Kalera dosa nidhi rajana asti eka mahan gunah kirtanada eva krishnasya mukta sangha puram virjate." Means the meaning of this verse is, Sukdev Swami said, means Sukdev Swami declared, means Sukdev Swami said on behalf of Lord Krishna, means Sukdev Swami said to King Parikshit, who was a descendant of the who was a son of Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu was a son of the Arjuna. Sukdev Swami said, "My dear king, although in Kali Yuga, is an ocean of the fold. Kali Yuga is an ocean of the fold, and there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become the free from the material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Here in this verse, here said about the importance of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. There is a Hare Krishna mantra like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, and Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Here said about the importance of this Maha mantra, and in Guru Granth Sahib, Guru in Gauri Bhairangan, in Gauri Bhairangan, it says सतयुग सत त्रेता याजना द्वापर पूजा आचार द्वापर पूजा आचार तीनों योग तीनों दृढ़ कली कावेल नाम आधार कवि कावेल इन कली कावेल नाम आधार. The meaning of this verse is God realizes with different techniques in the different yugas. There is a God realization with a different techniques and different yugas. In Sati Yuga, it was a astang. In Sati Yuga, it was a astang or adhere with a truth. Or Dhyan Yoga in the Treta Yoga, Dhyan Yoga and Treta Yoga. And it was a yasna in the Dwapar Yoga, and it was a elaborated deity worship in the Kali Yuga. And the name Sankirtana or chanting of the holy name means many Sikh people, we have seen many Sikh people are chanting Vaheguru, 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 and in similar things, similar slokas or Mahamantra chanting by the devotees of the Lord Krishna like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And there is a similarity in the Satyuga. The truth is alone. Truth is alone important to get a realization of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Dhyan Yoga, there is a Dhyan Yoga in the Treta Yuga, and in the Yajna in the Dwapar Yuga, and there is a worship of the deity or in the Kali Yuga. The name is alone sufficient to get a realization of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. I have completed 3 similarity in between the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. Actually, I am trying to unite. I am trying to make a strengthen the unity in between the two communities, Hindu community and Sikh community. That's why I am trying to conduct a lecture on basis of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib. Because both Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib both are book of the humanity rather than religions. Because both make all of us learn how to live our life with the good qualities, with the morality, with the virtue. And I would like to personally say that I have read Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Guru Granth Sahib both, but I personally feel that many of the verses of the Guru Granth Sahib came from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita is a source of the Guru Granth Sahib, and Guru Nanak himself was a devotee of the Lord Krishna. And I am not trying to propagate any religions. I am respecting the both religions equally. That's why I am trying to conduct a lecture. I am trying to make a unity and both in between two communities. That's why I am trying to conduct a lecture. And thanks for listening me. And let's live together. Let's spread a humanity on basis of the religious book. And please don't misuse of our religious book, because Bhagavad Gita is not a book of any religions. It is not book of Hinduism or Hindutva. It is not associated with Hindutva. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the only book of humanity. So let's spread a humanity on basis of our religious book. Thanks for listening me. Hare Krishna, Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru.